doing it. You supposed to be happy you sitting there with Kid L. Why you mad?
Flexx Labs in the building. How you doing today, man?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm glad I'm in here.
Yeah, you said you had some jet lag. Where were you at?
I flew to Seattle. You know, Cash Kid on tour right now.
Yep.
That's my guy. So I flew to Seattle. Then we drove 12 hours to Sacramento, California. Yep, then I flew back here. But I've been like running ever since.
Are you with this camp the whole time doing DJing for him, or was that just one event you were with him for it?
I was there for 2 shows. They wanted me to do a couple more. Supposed to be another one on that Sunday, but it got canceled. So, but I move around with a lot of different artists.
Cash Kid's like so above the radar and under the radar at the same time.
It's so crazy, especially like out of town, seeing like how he perform and how like the fans react to him.
Yeah.
Bro, he signed somebody's arm, and he was like, somebody in his camp said like, you ain't gonna get it tatted. The next day, he had that tatted, and it's not no little ass tattoo. Like it's a big Cash Kid all across. That shit is crazy. Seeing how much they love him down there, bro.
Yeah, and the guy like on social media is not too. He doesn't post too much.
Ain't too
just
flashy,
what's going
right?
on.
Yeah,
keeps it simple, man.
But it's crazy being with him too, cause you see how much he can post and what he can do. He one of them fun rappers to be around.
Well, you know a lot because obviously you and 4-2, man, the same thing. It's a situation where you're working with high-level artists that are doing so much that the little things that everybody else might think are big are nothing to them because they're just experiencing it all the time.
And it's different to us too, seeing it. It'd be crazy seeing the growth, bro, because even with Dugg, bro, I've been with him since right before he got signed. You know what I'm saying? I've been with him so long. Like, a memory popped up from like, I want to say 4 years ago or 3 years ago or something like that. Like one of the first shows we did, and I'm like, bro, the elevation is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It came from just the city to like everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How'd you guys meet?
It's crazy. I met Dugg originally at it was this karaoke thing that they had going on with DJ BJ. I was around him a lot. I stayed around DJ BJ and DJ True. I learned a lot from them, and I was around them. I'm like my mentors in the game, my brothers. This karaoke thing, I met him originally, but it was just some, you know what I'm saying, high and by type thing. And I was in college, bro, and I really got tired of that shit quick, you feel me? So I'm like, I DM'd him, he ain't DM me back. I want to say like 2 months later, I DM'd again, like, hey, bro, you feel me? Like, let me be your DJ, you feel me? Or let me come, let me show you what I do. And he DM'd me right back, you feel me? That second time, he DM'd me back. And he like, send me some videos. And at that time, I was doing a lot of shit in college. Like, I had my college parties, and I think I did a show with Rocky Bad, but I ain't had too much for this with artists, but he took a chance on me. He's like, I'm gonna take you to Columbus next week with me, or 2 weeks later with me, you feel me, and see how you do. And we did Columbus rocked. I did my thing on the DJ side, and I think we had a show, like, he come to the show right after with me. I'm like, damn, I didn't know it was 2 shows, you feel me? So we did it. And I've been rocking with him ever since. I did every show since then that we had.
What do you when you were talking about karaoke at DJ BJ spot, was it legitimately karaoke, or was
it was like a karaoke type thing. It was at the Masonic Temple.
That's weird.
It was supposed to be a big thing. It kind of flopped, but BJ was only the DJ on it. It wasn't his event, but it kind of flopped. It was just like, you know what I'm saying? You know, you walk past somebody, hey, this so-and-so.
Yeah, there's a lot of concepts people try to generate that don't work out, right? Like, you know, people
it was a good idea, though. You feel me?
It was a good idea,
I guess people just weren't fucking with it.
That's what I'm saying, though. Detroit's a tough crowd when it comes to, like, the niche with entertainment. Like, the one mic challenges were hot for 1 minute, now they're kind of slowing down.
I'm tired of seeing that shit.
I'm tired of seeing how...
I did them. Like, people... Bro, literally, before we started this, somebody just asked me about a one mic. You know what I'm saying? Could we still shoot a one mic? I'm tired of doing that shit, bro. I'm trying to think of the next thing to do. I'm always trying to think of the next thing to do.
It got burnt out really quick.
Dude, I got tired of seeing that shit.
When people started putting drumsticks on the microphone instead of like a microphone, like it was like a chicken wing or something.
Chicken wing. I saw that shit. They trying to do anything, I guess. Whatever worked for whoever, I guess, you know.
Before you came on here, you talked about you've been doing this since you were 13, but let's rewind to baby Flexx, man. Are you from Detroit?
Yeah, I'm from Detroit, born and raised. You feel me?
Talk about growing up in Detroit and how that led you into starting in the music business.
Well, my mama, she always been like real involved into whatever I did. She got 5 boys. I'm the oldest of 5 boys, so she always said that y'all go do something productive. And y'all go be somebody. You know, she always instilled like greatness in us, like young. You feel me? Especially me. She was like, you go be a star in whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? I played sports for a minute. You know, we always stayed in sports, something active. You know what I'm saying? Like we never had no free time for real. And I got into the music. I think I started out really like around like the original hip hop side. Remember where Eminem was, you know what I'm saying?
Productions is
Bankroll's where it's at. I started out there. I was like 13, 14 performing there. You feel me? Like they had these Friday nights. They do their open mic thing, and I was like the youngest in charge there. You know what I'm saying? On the rapping side, that I caught the whole like Instagram famous wave. You feel me? Like back then when that actually meant something. You know what I'm saying? Like the little pretty boy stuff or whatever. I don't know.
Talking about like 2013 era, 2014.
Yeah, 14, 15. Remember? Well, I don't know if you know, but we used to do like these big downtown meetups, like where all the Instagram famous people from Detroit, they'd link up downtown and we'd meet up and take pictures with people. That like turned into a whole nother crazy thing. But
I'm assuming like Zay Primo, Eastside
Zay
Ivo.
Primo, Eastside Ivo. It was more like somebody, her name was Detroit T. She was turned at the time. Zay Hill figure, you feel me? Like people like that.
Yeah, it's cool. I didn't know you guys did that. Where'd you go? What was the location? You guys met at Bank Roses, or where did you guys meet up at to do all that?
Oh no, we matter of fact, we did a few things at Bank Rose, or it was the original hip hop shop back then, but mostly wherever we could. Like for one, we had to make it accessible because we was all young. We ain't had cars and stuff like that back there in the ride. So you would see like 10 people in the car together, you feel me, a little Ford. But it was mainly like at like, what was it called? The GM Renaissance building, like right behind there. We all meet up by the Riverwalk. And Riverwalk, for real, that was the main spot for real.
So you guys were celebrities in social media?
We thought we was, but we wasn't nothing back then for real. It was just in the city. We had a lot of followers, you feel me? So people throw us on parties and stuff like that. We do team parties, club rain days, you feel me?
Was it easy for you to just maneuver and live a normal life until you got into the point of breaking into artistry? Like, was life just kind of simply as like, all right, you know, I'm breaking into music. That's as simple as my life's going to be?
I don't know, bro. It really got confusing, you feel me? Like, it's a lot being an artist, you know? It's a lot being an artist. And I didn't necessarily make it as an artist. Like, I had a few things that, like, my people liked, and you know what I'm saying, things like that. I created a good following, but I didn't know if they liked me for that, or you know what I'm saying, just being me. You know what I'm saying? Cause I tried a lot of stuff. I used to make funny videos and shoot videos, all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's a lot being an artist, and that shit is expensive as hell, especially like being younger. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I tried doing the camera stuff, and you know what I'm saying, I tried podcasting, or not podcasting, or interviewing. You know what I'm saying? I tried a lot of stuff because I couldn't pay for it to be done myself. So I said, I'm gonna try to figure it out. I'm gonna try to edit my own videos, or I'm gonna try to record my own music and things like that. So
just starts adding up.
Yeah,
right?
so I never really, like, even now, I don't feel like I made it or nothing like that. Like, I definitely gotta watch my back because of who I be around or associate myself with, or you know, just I think I'm at that point.
So when you started off as a rapper around the age 13, 15-ish like era, you started trying different things out, and then you found that DJing was the one that fit.
No, I did the artist thing for a while, and you know who Yo-Yo is? She used to rap with Ice Cube back in the day.
No.
You gotta look her up. Yo-Yo. My name is Yo-Yo. I'm not a hodo. What's another one? I gotta think about it, but pretty much she had this school of hip hop. I think that's what really got me real interested in it. It was like a summer camp, but for like people that was into dancing and DJing and acting, writers, you feel me? Like, it was a whole school around hip hop. It'd be like a 2 to 3 week program. We come every day, we eat lunch, you know what I'm saying? And we all go to our directed classes, you feel me? But we always learn something, like these different quotes and things like that, just to better ourselves in the process, you know what I'm saying? That we didn't know at the time, but like now we took with us. And like, I met a lot of good people through that. Casey Carter, I don't know if you know her. She a photographer now. She was into the music heavy, but Casey Carter, Q9, a lot of different people. I think that's how I met Trick and like all like the OGs of this for real.
Well, she used to have people come in, like public figures and whatnot, come in to talk to you guys?
People come in.
That's cool. So you Trick pulled up on the school?
Yeah, we got a lot of pictures with Trick. That's how I originally met him, you know. He invited me into his blue room, his studio, and things like that. And that was just like real big for me back then. Sure. But then I got to see too, once I started to get older in it and started to do it for so long, I saw like a lot of people like sell you dreams, you know. I think that's a big reason I can't get played now, because they'd be like I used to get so excited about little stuff. Like when people say, I'm a music exec with this company, or I can get you this, that, and the third. I used to get so excited. And even think about it now, I used to be like, bro, this gonna be my year, you know what I'm saying? Or this gonna be my year, you know what I'm saying? You know how everybody be like at the beginning of the year? Yeah. I'm gonna turn up, this gonna be my year. Like, this gonna be the year I make it. And then when I think back now, it's like, I'm kind of glad that I didn't make it, you feel me? Because I wouldn't be ready for it, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really would have fumbled the bag, even on the DJ side. Like, I really probably would have fumbled the bag if I had what I had now 3-4 years ago.
We see a lot of people do it. We see a lot of people
all the
reach a certain level of success, and it's like, oh, you weren't ready for it.
Right.
And now you start almost at square one, damn near.
Right, because you got to have that structure. You got to have that team. Like, it's really a lot that goes into it. It's not just looking sweet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to know your job.
Well, also to know how to control yourself when you're feeling over emotional, because your personal life interferes with your artistry, and then you end up saying something or doing something that throws you off the map. People can remember cancel culture. Cancel culture was destroying everybody because artists and celebrities thought they had a right to say whatever the hell they wanted to say, and they don't forget millions of people are watching them.
I think that cancel culture shit some bullshit too. Like a lot of that shit, like some of the shit be cool. You feel me?
Yeah.
A lot of that shit be bullshit though. Like
a lot of it
I
was
be reading
bullshit.
comments. Motherfuckers be like inserting themselves into the situation as if it was them, and it got nothing to do with them. They be really passionate. Like you would see one thread, it'd be like 100-some comments. You commented back and forth. I don't understand that shit, bro, at all. The internet, it be real confusing sometimes when it come down to that, bro.
Yeah.
But you 100% right about like controlling your emotions, like in the position that we in. Cause I forget like the certain people that follow me as far as like music execs or even like artists, bigger artists that follow me and watch my story and stuff like that and see like what I'm posting. And sometimes I be feeling like in the you know how it be a lot of people around us, but it don't be nobody at all.
Yes.
You know, so as far as like talking about personal situations, like we always on some business or music or it's always about DJing or something like that. As far as personal situations, it's hard to get it out. We always got to keep it in because we looked upon a certain way, you know?
Yeah, and it sucks because the only people that can relate to you are the people in the community. But like you said, it's like everybody's around, but nobody's around. It's
They
like,
got to be careful what you tell them motherfuckers because they'll run and say, you know what I'm saying, whatever you're going through or you feeling, they forget, bro, we go through real life shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
I was just talking to an artist before you got here about that, about how I feel like the infrastructure for the community could be stronger, and people, if there was more of a unity involved, it would be way easier for artists to get out there. And part of the emotional contribution to it is a part of it. Like, I want to be able to hit somebody up and be like, man, isn't this fucked up right now?
But they'll take it to somebody and be like, look at this motherfucker trying to tap in with me. Or, you know what I'm saying?
But then you can't do that, so you go on the internet and say it. But like you said, these executives are watching you, and sometimes I'll do it too. If I see somebody posting crazy, I'm like, I'm not going to work with him for a little while. Let me let him steam out, and then we'll get into this guy.
For sure. That shit, bro, that shit really... It really hit me hard and like made me think about it the last couple years. The last like I want to say like 2 years. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like year and a half. I lost my mom a year and a half ago. You feel me? And there was just so many different emotions going on. And then it's like I gotta still be who I am. You know what I'm saying? Outside of me losing my mom, like that made me think about like mental health and all that. Like I was always a happy kid or a happy person. Period. You know what I'm saying? I'm always goofy. I'm always laughing, joking around. You know what I'm saying? I'm a social person. I like to be around a lot of people, but. Like going through that, I'm still going through it, you know. Going through that, it just made me stop and think about a lot of shit, bro. And like even in our community, it's not the whole counseling and, you know what I'm saying, therapist thing, like that shit is not as big as it's supposed to be, you feel me? It's looked down upon up. It make you look like you weak if you go into a therapist or, you know what I'm saying? Even I think starting with the younger generation, like I think that should be a bigger thing in our community, bro. Like going to see a therapist, going to talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? I think that should be a more common thing than what it is.
Yeah, it's almost like the mafia where, you know, mafia members aren't supposed to go talk to therapists, but you guys aren't in the mafia. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's like, a lot of shit on your mental, your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like,
look, man, if the highest corporations in the world, the FBI, CIA, people, veterans are recommended and sometimes have to see therapy after the experiences they go through, which is like post-traumatic stress disorder and stuff. If they're doing it, then you got to implement what they're doing. This is the highest
they
level.
on the highest level, exactly.
Yeah. So post-traumatic stress disorder happens, of course, in poverty and where in a lot of Detroit when people are getting murdered all the time, friends are dying,
I think that's the biggest thing that's wrong with us, bro. Everybody is fucking mad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's why everybody killing each other and everybody just really mad and don't know how to like really let this shit out. Like it'd be some little shit somebody got into it with somebody about, you know what I'm saying? And want to kill them or take their head off. When really it's really about a whole nother situation you need help about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you can have therapy could actually help structure things.
I think it could for sure. Talk
about when you're breaking into music, you're getting involved in it. You already have a name for yourself. Social media is popping at the time. What were your biggest moments as far as taking it to the next level and pivoting your career?
On the DJ side,
yeah.
Bro, I always try to think about like what's next. You know what I'm saying? I never try to dwell on the past too long. Like if I did a big concert, everybody be congratulating me about that for the next week or two, or you know what I'm saying? I post about that, but I be trying to think about like what's next. You know, because I do everything off me for the most part.
Yeah.
Or I don't really want to say that. I hate to say that. You know how people be like, I did this on my own and shit like that. I feel like it's always certain connections that got you there. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in the background that got you there. But a lot of stuff I do, like I communicate with people myself as far as promoters, getting on certain concerts, connecting with certain people as far as different tours and stuff like that. So I think it's just like I be trying to just think about, you know what I'm saying, what's next, what's to do.
Yeah, but think about, we're talking about the time when you were coming up, I'm saying.
Oh, you saying as I was coming up?
Yeah, as you were coming up, what were some of the pivoting moments for you when you were breaking into the music scene where it's like, oh, now we're getting to the next level now? Kind of after you were...
The pivot, I think getting on them bigger stages, bro. Like I was the youngest one, jumped into this shit. I had experience, but I didn't. Like I just knew from watching it. You feel me? So when I actually got into them arenas, cause Dugg got on tour and shit like that early. He was doing arenas with Lil Baby and shit like that early. And like all these other DJs, they've been with their artists for so long, you know what I'm saying? I just got with him, you feel me? We got good chemistry and stuff, but it's like this a different league. This ain't no, you know what I'm saying, show tour, you feel me? This a whole arena, you feel me? So I think once I hit that Rolling Loud stage, I think we did LA or some shit like that, that's when I realized like, damn, bro, it's time to tighten up as far as equipment and everything, you feel me? It's time to tighten up, focus up, and make sure that you're doing your job instead of just looking sweet.
So that's a good point. So Dugg was the first breakout as far as getting on stages. You said before that you were working like Rocky Bad. She was obviously hot at that time too, but
yeah.
Was there anything before that was helping you get to the point that you were getting to before you even got to Dugg?
Nah, bro, this shit happened so fast.
That's so
real.
crazy.
It's
so
crazy.
Basically, you put yourself out there and said, "I'll be your DJ."
Yeah,
and then he ended up being the biggest artist in Michigan.
That shit crazy. I swear to God, I didn't see this shit coming. Because we used to bump Dugg in college. Like, I wasn't there for that long. I think I was there for about a year. Like, the first level as far as DJing was really in college. I was in college in my dorm room mixing and shit like that. People saw me. After the first semester, I started throwing my own parties, and it got to the point where it was so big and crazy, like, because we was in the middle of nowhere. We was in Jackson, Michigan. There ain't shit out there but prisons and, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. Cows and shit, you know. So everybody went to my parties, bro, and everybody legit had a good time, you feel me? And I think that's when I learned, like, the basics about, like, how to keep a crowd and shit like that, you know? And I jumped straight from that into, like, they saw me on the weekend, I'd go do a show with Dugg, or, you know what I'm saying, out of town somewhere, you feel me? Like, I didn't really have too much in between. I think that's why a lot of people, well, you got to respect it, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people think I skipped a couple steps or something like that when I really went through the steps, you feel me? A lot of people just didn't see the shit, you feel me?
Yeah.
Because they feel like it's a certain way I should have went, or, you know how, like we was talking about before, you know what I'm saying, the cameras came on, like how quick things change as far as equipment and software. Like I didn't have to carry around crates and shit. I'm sorry that, you feel me, I could just download all my music and, you know what I'm saying? I don't got to do what y'all had to do, you feel me? I feel like a lot of people think I skipped the steps when I didn't,
you think
bro.
like maybe the older generation watching you progress as fast as you were doing, and they're kind of sitting there going like, well, this guy's not even, he can't scratch the way we could scratch, or he's not even using the turntables.
I think a lot, I ain't gonna lie, I can't say a lot of them do. They feel like that, you know? Who gives a fuck about scratching, you feel me? Like I be talking to my older mentors and shit, they be like, bro, don't listen to that shit, you know? Cause who give a fuck about that shit for real? They just want to know if can you keep the crowd entertained? They don't know or care about that stuff. If you can do it, it's cool. I can scratch, but who give a fuck about scratching, bro? Drop that shit, turn them up. They want to forget about everything else that's going on in their life for real. You know what I'm saying? But so most of them be on that like, damn, you ain't go through the same way. You feel me? You ain't go do the same exact thing I did. You know, most of the older people be like that, but it's some that really embrace us, you know what I'm saying, and be like, hey, do your thing, bro, take off, fuck what they saying, you know?
Yeah.
Because you can get wrapped up in that shit a lot, these different competitions and all that shit.
You're right, though. At the end of the day, a DJ's job is to make sure everybody's having fun and enjoying the atmosphere, whatever
sure
vibe is supposed
money.
to be playing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So as far as adding the scratches and maybe doing transitions a little bit differently or whatever, nobody gets. Sometimes DJs annoy the hell out of me. I was just at a Cat
they
Williams
be over fucking scratching and shit, bro. Nobody care about that shit. Play the song. You keep bringing the song back. All this.
I was at a DJ. Oh no, I was at Cat Williams' concert a few days ago.
I missed that. I wanted to go see Cat Williams. I fuck with Cat Williams.
It was alright. It was cool. I've seen him before, and he was legendary. Now it's all over. It's all over.
What?
But anyway, yeah, it's
damn,
the whole.
I was mad. I missed that concert. That and that 50 Cent concert that just passed.
$700 on my tickets, and I was like, "Why, God?" But listen, the DJ that was doing the whole thing, bang, 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 just hitting buttons. I'm like scratching and scratching. I'm like, "Oh my God, bro, can we just see comedy, please?" Like this, you don't know what you're doing. Like you don't know how to set up the mood. You don't know how to set up the crowd.
A lot of people don't, bro, and I think it's too because a lot of people don't get them platforms. Like it's different type of DJing. You got regular club DJing. You feel me? You got radio DJing. You got concert DJing. You know, you got strip club DJing. Like all that shit is a whole different lane, and you actually got to learn how to do that. You know what I'm saying? In that lane, and I think the promoters don't understand that when picking certain DJs for certain shit either. You feel me? Because they just feel like I'm on this big stage. This is what we got to do. We got to play all hype music, all turn music. At a Cat Williams show, I can't just play Finito and you know what I'm saying, dreams and nightmares and shit like that. I want to set the mood because I know my crowd and you know what I'm saying, the certain people that's in the room. You feel me? So
well, that's your job as a DJ, right? To go inside the room and be versatile with knowing what the crowd wants and what mood to set.
And then exactly, knowing what you're walking into.
How do
That
you
go from doing your research too? Because you can't do the same shit in every city either.
Let's just say, for instance, you walk into you get booked to do a stadium, 500 people in it. It's hip hop, rap based, right? You walk in, you get to your booth. How do you decide what the first song you're gonna play is, or what the first track you're gonna put on is?
How do I decide? For one, it's probably like, because hip hop is a big, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop is a big thing, a big genre. Let me tell you this one story, bro. This one made me really tighten up on certain shit too, as far as doing research, you feel me? Because I'm like, I do concerts all the time, you feel me? This shit gonna be a piece of cake. Bodie James had a show at the Shelter. I went to that bitch, bro, and that shit was, I wouldn't say weird. It was just me not doing my research before. So in the middle of me playing, like I'm playing certain shit, it's working, but it's kind of not working. I'm like, let me try this older shit, you feel me? And they fucking with it heavy, you know what I'm saying? So in the middle of my set, I'm on Apple Music, you feel me? On this side, I'm trying to learn this shit as I go instead of, you know what I'm saying? I should have already been prepared for it. So you actually got to, even in the different cities, like, you can't play what you would play in Detroit and Seattle, or you can't play what you play in Detroit and Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, all the time. You actually got to do your research and see, hey, what's popping out here. Tap in with the other DJs in different cities, you know. I feel like that'll help a lot. You actually got to do your research on this shit, bro. You can't just play the same shit everywhere, bro. Yeah. They don't like that shit. They'll tell that you a rookie and that you don't know what the fuck you doing.
Yeah, RJ Lamont was talking about that. He was talking about how when he was in Detroit, he was trying to play the Detroit underground music, like the newer cats in the scene, and a lot of people weren't messing with it. So he had to start traveling and finding where he could spread the sound to that would accept the sound.
That's crazy. I was with RJ in the Seattle show we had went to.
For real?
And RJ was playing some shit I ain't even know about, but when he played that shit, like, they turned the fuck up. I think that's a big thing with RJ. Like, people be trying to talk down on RJ, you feel me? RJ got his own style. RJ in his own lane, you know what I'm saying? I think RJ knows some shit that we don't know. Well, he do, you feel me? Dealing with the different rappers that we deal with, RJ just knows some shit that we don't know, bro.
I mean, he's been with every single
He's been
major,
with everybody, you feel me?
Detroit.
And his ear is still open. He not just stuck to one sound, because if you think about it, you hear the music from the artists that he be around, and then you hear the type of shit that he make. A lot of that shit is way different, bro. So I feel like a lot of people just gotta open their ears up to other shit, man.
Yeah, 100%.
It ain't no fucking formula to the shit. If it was, everybody would have won. You know what I'm saying? No rule book. You feel me? Anything can pop now.
Yeah, that's 1,000% true. You good, Nick?
Give me 1 second.
All right, for sure. We'll take it quick. We're talking about how DJs actually have to pay attention to what music they're playing in certain crowds, because there's beefs going on and there's certain people that don't like certain people.
Bro, it's been DJs, and then we won't even know about it on the DJ side, because we DJing, we ain't in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to pay attention to that shit. Like, I done heard about DJs getting drinks thrown on them, or DJs, like, nearly getting beat up. Some have, you know what I'm saying, for playing the wrong shit, or getting their cord snatched out, their laptop snatched out and shit like that for playing the wrong song.
Yeah.
I think that's wrong as hell. I feel like if you ain't DJing in the streets and shit like that, or you ain't about the streets and you just strictly a DJ, the street niggas should keep the DJs out of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That was two different conversations I was having. One was with RJ Lamont about how he would know the crowd so well that he would know what music he can play and what music he can't play.
Right.
But then I also talked to Helava, who's not a DJ, but he talked about how he never got in the mix. Like, he was like, okay, I'm always going to find a way to keep distance from him. If you have a problem with somebody else, I'm still going to figure out a way to work with both of you, because I'm not going to get involved
That's
in
the
shit.
thing, because it'll limit our money as a DJ and limit the things and crowds that we can be around and what we can do.
Well, look at me and even with Dugg. There was a point where I was like, okay, Scoops, I fuck with Scoop heavy. I fuck with Sada heavy. We don't do anything with Dugg. I'm like, oh shit. So that's weird, because I fuck with a lot of shit that they're doing. So now, but then after a certain point, I was like, you know what, fellas, y'all are saying one thing and doing another and doing this and doing that. I'm not
so
about to start
weird.
listening to you anymore, bro. You guys didn't like
Then you start limiting yourself.
Yeah,
exactly.
I was like,
and you got to think about it. It's not our beefs. It has nothing to do with us.
It's nothing to do with us.
I mean, be like, you know, you respect certain things and you don't do certain things out of respect. You feel me? But like,
you don't do certain things out of respect, but it's also like you
gotta respect me enough not to put me in them situations.
Yeah,
too.
you gotta respect me. Like, look, go make your money, go do what you gotta do. Unless somebody spit on my mama or hurt me or did something to me directly, then do what you gotta do on your side. But not something that you don't even know what you're a part of and why you're a part of it and all this stuff, and then you're not telling people. Like, you guys, every rappers need to pay their own business, and people that are facilitating the music, people that are facilitating the promotion and the brands and the blogs, and leave them out of it. They're not part of the streets. You know
That's did you see that one little clip? Somebody NBA YoungBoy signed or some shit like that had said that He gave him a chain. Did you see that clip? He gave him a chain and he was like, you know what this shit come with, right? Nah, all my beefs is your beefs, this, that, and the third. And he like, bro, I'm just a fucking engineer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know all this shit came with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit get crazy for sure.
I was thinking about that with the Tupac Hit 'Em Up track because at the end of Tupac Hit 'Em Up, he's talking all this crazy shit. And then I was like, what if the cameraman, like, is just
that
sitting
should be, it be with,
Yeah,
in
like-
Detroit, with the cameraman shooting certain people and shit like that. I be hearing it, you know what I'm saying? Because I be tapped in with different cameramen. I was talking to Butter about that shit, bro. Who you can and can't shoot with, and the shit just be so weird and crazy.
Yeah. At the end of
You
the
for
day,
sure
they're-
gotta watch your ass, and you know what I'm saying? Just watch who you be around, because you would get yourself in something, and you don't even know what the fuck you in. You know?
I do understand it. On one
No, I
angle.
understand it 100%,
Yeah.
and I respect it, you feel me?
But that's why you got to find a way to maneuver and be like, look, man, like, I don't have anything to do with certain things, and this is going to hinder what I got to do. Because, look, man, a lot of people that didn't do what would have progressed their career because of the fact that they were trying to be loyal have ended up nowhere. It's like you were
And
scared
a lot of people
out of
ended
your
up
mind to
dead,
not even
too,
move.
trying to prove that they loyal, you feel me?
And
Yeah, this shit didn't have nothing to do with them.
And they're dead.
Right.
And that person that they were defending,
They done
nothing's
made up
changed.
with that motherfucker.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying?
all types of shit. So you can't. You got to figure out where you belong. If you're really about the streets, and I understand what you're doing, but if you're not about the streets, don't start paying attention
Don't
to people.
portray yourself as the streets, right?
Yeah.
Don't throw up different gang signs. Don't wear certain shit. You know what I'm saying?
Or-
just do your thing. Be you.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
gotta act like I'm in the streets because I DJ for a street rapper. You know what I'm saying?
One of the biggest mistakes I ever made was like one time Scoob was him and Damn John Boy weren't fucking with each other.
Right.
And I'm young in the game. I don't know any better. I'm like, yeah, man, fuck Damn John Boy. I'm going on the
Oh, you
internet.
fucked up.
And I'm like, hey, yo, man, no more music videos if you got a Damn John Boy beat. And John Boy had all the beats out at that time. So I'm like, and then everybody's like, yo, 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 yo. I'm getting all these messages like, yo, yo, yo. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know
Chill
what you're
out,
doing.
bro. Yeah.
So I'm sitting there like, oh shit, like this is real. People
Nah,
are trying to kill
facts.
you now, and I'm like, oh, I thought we were kind of fucking around here. I didn't know we were really trying to kill each other. over
And that's
this
the
shit.
thing too, because you know, in certain street shit, they can't post everything. Well, you can't post everything. You'll go your ass straight to jail.
Yeah.
So it's like we think we know what's going on. That's even like how they post about Krishan and Blueface. You feel me? We don't be there with them motherfuckers. We only know what the fuck they post. Or you know what I'm saying? We don't even know if all this shit is real. And y'all be so invested into this shit, bro. Like, we don't know the specific details behind it. We don't know if somebody died or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
1,000%. A lot of stuff is bullshit.
we
that's
just know that y'all don't like each other.
Yeah,
you know?
shit's conspired. A lot of it's like, all right, we're gonna work together. We're gonna do some bullshit, and then we're gonna promote it on these platforms. I think if anybody needs to be starting to do some gatekeeping, it's the platforms. I think the platforms are like, bro. Back in the day, to get on the news, you would have to have legitimate, concrete
Press release
evidence
and
of
shit.
what's happening
That too,
and how it
yeah.
happened. Now it's almost like you can pay
So-and-so
somebody to
said, yeah. That too,
You can
yeah.
pay
A
somebody
lot
to
of
be like,
people
yo, man,
paying-
tell everybody
yeah.
this, dog, and then it's like, all right, we tell everybody this fake shit. That look at the guy who just said he killed Tupac. The dude just came out and said he was the one who killed Tupac. He talked about how he literally pulled the window down and he seen Suge, and Suge had nothing to do with it because he was trying to defend himself, and then he shot up Tupac. How do we know this motherfucker's telling the truth?
Come
bro?
on,
How
man.
do we know
Right. This nigga
guy-
just probably high as hell saying anything.
Yeah, man. So, and then the person who's doing the interview, he has to kind of validate, but they don't give a fuck no more because it's about what the internet wants to respond
It's about
to.
that clip that's gonna go viral.
Yeah.
Who gonna get the most likes or the most clicks, the comments.
Like Payroll Giovanni just got mad at a lot of Detroit blogs. The Payroll Giovanni came out and he said like, you Detroit platforms have got to stop putting Detroit artists against each other. And I think he's talking about the list that come out with like top 50 rappers from
I
Detroit,
think,
top
yeah,
30.
I be seeing a lot of stuff about that.
But the thing is, it's like, well, you got to realize that not everybody's going to respond to positive news all the time.
For
so
sure, 100%.
the platforms need to put on stuff that might be controversial, but it keeps people engaged in
Exactly,
the platforms.
100%. Yeah.
So it's hard for when Payroll's saying that, he has to look at the fact that the blogs need to survive too. The only way for them to do it is, sometimes they have to sprinkle controversy in.
I think too that a lot of people try to be so hard and so gangster that they don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Certain podcasts, they be like, I don't want to talk on this podcast, or I don't want to tap in with this news or media outlet. I think that'd be another thing, that the media outlet just don't be tapped in to know exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like they should start tapping in with the artists more and showing more love to them. I see a lot of artists tapping in with, you know what I'm saying, different platforms, Detroit Rap News and things like that, you know.
They do here and there, but you're right. There could be more engagement to show. Because think about it. Sometimes
That way they
for-
might can text them or something, see if this, you know what I'm saying, before they
message
put it
them, or
out.
even a comment's very powerful, because if there is a post that goes on Detroit Rap Daily and then a blue check famous artist from Detroit comments on it,
Right.
that's a big thing for everybody in the
Yeah, that shit
comments
go
to
at the
want to be a
top.
part of the engagement. Now, like, oh shit,
sure.
Cash Kid's a part of this conversation. Let's be
Yeah,
a
what's
part
going
of it.
on? What's
Yeah.
being talked about?
It adds legitimacy to the platform.
For sure.
I want to talk about you. So you went from your work and your grind and behind the scenes. People aren't seeing it as much as it seems to have been, and now you're working with Dugg. You guys are on stage. You guys are tearing up tours. When is the talk about the point from seeing him not blow up yet. What was his social media engagement like and his YouTube views like to the point where you guys broke open the doors? What was like the beginning stages of that?
The shit, bro, it happened so fast, bro. I'm telling you, it literally went from, like, I wasn't getting paid for shows at the beginning, you feel me? And not downplaying Dugg, I think he was just moving too fast, you feel me? Like, and every now and then he'd take care of me. But I was so dedicated, bro. Like, I drove to a show. I think we had a show in Kentucky, you feel me? Like, I left college. I missed them days in college. I had a fucking 2006 Impala. You know what I'm saying? The struts went out, all type of shit on the road trip. I took 2 of my friends down there. Like, I was so dedicated. I took the Impala, no insurance. I think the plate was expired, all type of shit. But I'm like, I'm going to make it to the show, you feel me? Because I know where this shit gonna get me, you know? And I'm dedicated to this shit. I like doing this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, to taking private jets to shows. Hey, meet me at the airport, you feel me? We got a show. Meet me at the airport, let's get on the jet. You know what I'm saying? Meet me at the jet. That's literally how quick the shit happened. Like, and then I didn't really understand, like, I knew he was turned in Detroit. But once you start hearing these other cities and seeing, like, how they was so dedicated to singing their songs word for word, and I'm like, damn, this shit look like Detroit in here, you know what I'm saying? And then him even branding out to different beats and working with different producers and stuff like that. Like, damn, bro, hearing Dugg on the Mustard beat, damn, bro, this nigga got a song with Roddy Ricch, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, that started to show me how big he really was and how crazy this was getting.
Yeah.
The bigger shows like the Rolling Loud shows and Made in Americas and shit like that, like, seeing how hard they fuck with it. I think our first Rolling Loud show surprised a lot of people in the city. You feel me? Like, the city was, like, rooting for us like crazy. Like, damn, bro, y'all doing y'all thing. Y'all making us look real, real good.
Yeah.
I feel like he had a part of breaking that dough down for sure for a lot of artists.
Yeah, and obviously, I think sometimes it's forgotten because he's not here so often.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that people forget. Like, dude, this guy broke out so big that he's not even a part of the conversation anymore.
And Dugg did a
shit.
lot of shit Dugg did a lot of shit behind the scenes, bro, that he don't get praise or credit for. I know he don't care about it, you know what I'm saying? But, like, he broke down a lot of doors for sure and opened up a lot of connections in these relationships. And like you said, he not here, so I don't think he get praised for a lot of this shit. But he done a lot for, you know what I'm saying, us as a whole, as a city. He made us look good everywhere he went.
Was it because of the fact that his success was helping people listen to him that he was able to do these things behind the scenes, or was he just that type of person that was able to communicate at the level to help people, like, behind the scenes like you're talking about?
I think it was both. You know what I'm saying? His numbers was going crazy, you know what I'm saying? And everybody was watching and paying attention. The way Gotti came and got him, came to the hood and did that video with him, all type of shit. Then Dugg just a cool person, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just overall a cool person. Like, he got real relationships with real people and places, you know? And that's just off him being him. I think even people see that, like, he fuck with Lil Baby, you know what I'm saying? How they say they met off a dice game, I don't know for sure, whatever it was, but off him just being him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That's the Lil Baby thing was the biggest thing, obviously. The constant collaboration.
Yeah,
right,
and seeing how he really fuck with him, you know what I'm saying?
Was there any of that paid, or was that, like, from the get-go, or was that just straight up collaboration from the
That shit
beginning?
was all love. They fuck with each other for real.
So Dugg and Lil Baby, when they started working with each other, was just straight off collaboration. Like, we just genuinely like working with each other.
From what I know, bro, it was like them gambling and shit like that first. You know what I'm saying? They started off gambling and fuck with each other on that side. And then Baby found out later that Dugg did, you know what I'm saying, music. DJ Champ is Lil Baby DJ. You know what I'm saying? When I was talking to him, he said that he kind of introduced them to him a little bit too, you feel me? As far as on the music side. He already knew that Dugg was hard and he was hot, you know what I'm saying? And when he found out about that, everything else was like natural and, you know what I'm saying, just off the love. Yeah. He ain't had to pay for nothing else. They fuck with each other. And you people, everything they did, like, went crazy, you feel me? That Grace, when that Grace dropped and did what it did, then we paid, bro. I feel like that was so, what do you call it?
Monumental?
It was. For our culture, it was. That's when the pandemic was going on. Everybody had money at the time. Yeah, we paid, you feel me? It was going crazy. And we couldn't even tour off the shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The whole world was closed down and we was banging that shit, you feel me? Like, that was a time to be alive, for sure.
Great times for sure, bro. With your own experience taking everything in when you're walking through, I'm sure you were getting access to things you couldn't even imagine. What was the night in the life for you as a DJ?
First of all, it was making sure I did my job. You know what I'm saying? Making sure everything was set. You know, I had the certain songs. You know how shit be with technology. Everything don't always work out. And I think a lot of people forget that shit. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to DJs, the music stopped for 2 seconds. Damn, DJ, what the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? And it couldn't even been you. It's the engineer. You know what I'm saying? So I think making sure everything was properly set up. Because we had a lot of fun leading up to the show, and we had a lot of fun after the show. But the main thing was remembering, hey, you're here for the show. Make sure his shit goes straight. You feel me? So after I did that, that's when I partaked in, you know what I'm saying? I drink a little bit. I'm not a drinker at all no more. I don't drink nothing at all. But I take a shot or, you know what I'm saying? I kick it. I have fun. Now I can actually experience this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think a big thing, too, was me understanding where I was at. A lot of the stuff was happening so fast, and it was, like, so in the moment. Like, I didn't really understand it until now. Like, he been sitting down for almost 2 years. He about to get out, but he been sitting down for 2 years. This was the time for me to actually think and appreciate it. Like, damn. Like, I'm still doing concerts and shows, but like, as far as being in them certain rooms, when this shit start back up, you should really sit down and think about it and appreciate it and make sure you make them connections, you know? Because you can never know when this shit be over. You understand what I'm saying?
People are afraid to do it sometimes because they're always like, you know, I'm supposed to be just considering the person I'm working with, but
nah,
you know,
I tell
all
DJs that all the
out.
time. You feel me? It ain't always a genuine connection and relationship between DJs and artists, you know? A lot of DJs don't get paid at all, and they working with an artist that's hot, and it's like that dilemma. It's like, I'm getting a lot of clout from it, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting these connections, but he ain't paying me. I can't take care of my family or this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? I'm not able to send that money back home and provide. It's like that big dilemma between a lot of DJs and artists. I'm really trying to break that shit too.
Well, the whole key is when you're working with somebody that has a lot of clout, whether you're a photographer, a DJ, a videographer, that you're supposed to be making connections with everybody that you encounter. Because one day, if the artist that you're focused
they could
on,
just drop you.
Yeah, they could forget about you, or they could extinguish as far as their career is concerned, and then you're kind of stuck there. And I've seen it, I swear to, at least 20 or 30 times.
I see it all the time too, man. It's crazy.
You're working with this big artist, all of a sudden it all ends, and then you're sitting there like, damn, I got nothing.
I got to find another artist.
Yeah,
I should have built my own platform.
You're trying to stay a lawyer, trying to be like, you know, I'm with this guy, so I'm not going to focus on anybody else because I'm paying attention. But like,
that's the wrong
if the
thing
roles
to do,
are reversed,
bro.
they don't give a damn.
They don't.
They're
and
looking
they can
at
drop you like that, bro.
So
you're building up somebody else's brand for what? You know what I'm saying? It's not always genuine.
You got to take your emotions and your theory of loyalty out of your mind a little bit when you're doing this stuff. Just a little bit.
All this shit is really just business for real.
It's all business, man. It happens all the time to everybody.
I tell a lot of DJs that though, man, build your own brand. I think that's another thing the last 2 years, what I've been doing the last 2 years is proving to myself that I can still do this shit, you know what I'm saying, without an artist. Not discredit him or nothing like that, but I can do this shit without an artist. Like, I done been on every big event to hit the city, you feel me, since he been gone still. Like, unassociated with him. A lot of people saying, oh, you turned right now because you with Dugg, you feel me, or he doing this for you, he putting you in position. Yeah, he is, but you feel me, look at the work I can do, you know what I'm saying, on my own too.
Yeah, but that's the dumbest thing in the world to say. That's like, oh, you're on the Detroit Red Wings only because, you know what I'm saying, he fucks it. No, you're on there because you're fired, and that's why you're on a fire-ass team.
That was another thing, too, knowing that I'm supposed to be here, bro. I'm in this position because I'm supposed to be here, bro.
That's the dumbest thing.
Since he been gone, bro, I did every concert, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. Shout out to the people that I got relationships with as far as that. I done been on tour twice since he been gone, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm still doing what I'm supposed to be doing, bro.
Like at the end of the day, like, oh, so you think that if I wasn't fired, I wouldn't be here? Is that what you're telling me? Like, you think I'm
here
in this
for a
position?
reason?
Yeah,
exactly.
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
You're just lucky because you knew somebody and they blew up. It's like, okay, yeah, but also I was heat. That's why we worked together in the first place.
That's why we stayed together. Exactly.
Yeah,
a lot of people,
about?
It's understanding your worth. I feel like at this point, I understand my worth.
Especially a DJ. There's no cheating being a DJ. Now there is cheating.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of is. It kind of is a little bit as far as DJing.
Well, you have to be skilled.
You do.
You have to be skilled, and you have to know what's going around and how to work the crowd. You have to know how to communicate with the people around you. I'm sure. I
just told the DJ this too.
Yeah.
Like most of the shit is relationships. You could be the sweetest motherfucker in the world, but if you don't get out that room and they don't hear you, it don't matter. Yeah. That's like with artists. You know what I'm saying? They be like, oh, this rapper's so underrated, this, that, and the third. That's because you don't fuck with nobody or make connections or leave out the house to even, you know what I'm saying? Make yourself be known.
The only people that are cheating are the artist's friends. Because they don't they're cheating for show. Because like, okay, now if you're a friend, let's just say anybody Rio, if you're Rio's friend, RMC Mike's friend or something like that, and you have no talent, you're still in the videos with them, you're still in the photos with them, you're still in the beamer with them. So everybody's like, let me follow this guy and stuff like that. But they don't really have anything to sell usually at the end of the day. When you're a DJ, there is no cheating because you have to constantly be proving that you can perform and entertain at the end of the day. So you have to say you belong in those damn rooms. It's not You're not just a friend of the shit.
You know, another thing I experienced, bro, was entitlement, like a motherfucker. Like people around me, you know, like I said, I was an artist first, you know what I'm saying? Like people I was in school with and things like that, people I was just thought I was locked in with, you know, a lot of them people left, you know what I'm saying? Like they thought since I was around Dugg, I was supposed to show they music all the time, or you know what I'm saying? Put them on this show and they bring me on tour with you, and they don't understand, bro. I'm a fucking DJ, you know what I'm saying? Like not discrediting my position, but I'm a DJ, bro. How can I bring you on a jet with me or show you this lifestyle with me, bro? What the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like the entitlement shit be so crazy in this shit, period. That's like everybody wanted you to get them in the club for free and things like that. How do we make money? You know what I'm saying? Or I think they forget my role, bro. I'm not a fucking artist. I'm a DJ.
Yeah. Well, because the power that you're involved in is so high in the entertainment industry that it's almost like, can we get a crumb of what you got going on? That's how they're looking at it. Like, can I get a crumb from this shit? Because you have to realize, I mean, I'm not discrediting you or discrediting anything that's going on, but you're working with literally the biggest artist in Michigan and one of the biggest rappers in the country. And worldwide, really, if you really think about it. That's huge, bro. That's not a joke. I feel like, though,
if I'm your mans and I see you progressing, you feel me, I'm not going to try to hold you back. I'm going to root you on for where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? And to that time come where you can bring me where I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're from Detroit, right?
Yeah, I'm from Detroit.
There's a little bit of that, which is totally understandable, that because of the fact that it's so difficult to financially support yourself in certain areas and stuff like that, that people are legitimately starving for anything.
Right.
So when they see one of their mans getting finding a passage, it's like, yo, you better take us with you on this lane, bro. But in your perspective, it's like, I can't just do that. I'm not in a position to do that because I'm working with somebody else that's in a position to do what he's doing for me.
I'm not the artist. I'm not the top dog, unfortunately. You feel me? Yeah. But it's going to get to the point where I think it's a wait your time and wait your turn thing too, bro.
Well, you got hit hard with that. With, you know, obviously he's away right now. That's a big hit.
Yeah.
I mean, again,
bro, we was going crazy. You know, we had like 4 tours lined up. Like I was really having fun for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to think about it. Like he went to my mom's funeral. You know, my mom passed. A week later, he gets locked up. It just felt like everything was going downhill, and it took for me to sit down and think, hey, you can either be a pussy or, you know what I'm saying, you can step up and put this shit together and make something happen and keep this shit going while he away. For one, keep his name, you know what I'm saying, keep his music in rotation while he in the club, you feel me? Keep your mama name alive. Your mama put you in all this shit, so it hit me. A lot of people do, too. A lot of people either progress when something like that happened to them or they just miserably fail, you know what I'm saying? Like go down bad, super down bad, you know? Yeah. I had to make that decision for myself.
So, can we take...
That should be so fucking weird, this one.
Yeah. Let's get back on real quick. So, let's talk about DJing. Obviously, again, you kind of hit the pinnacle as far as working with artists that are super established, and you're like you said, you belong on those stages to be able to do it. There's obviously controversies and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in the entertainment industry that makes things more difficult. But as far as the positive sides, what's been like the positive sides for you as the experience was of DJing and being a part of all this experience? I know everything was fast paced, but is there any moments you could stop and be like, I can't believe this shit's fucking happening?
The positives was, bro, Roddy Ricch, when he dropped that one album, what's the name of it? Please excuse me for being antisocial, whatever it is. That, when it had Backseat on it, it had fucking High Fashion on it, all that shit. That was my favorite album, you feel me? And like when I was in college, when I was with my girl, that was our favorite shit. We had listened to that whole album. That album was hard all the way through. Roddy was one of my favorite artists, you feel me? Like, hanging with Dugg, you never know who gonna pop up in the studio, you feel me? We did a show, we came back to the studio, and we actually, like, I was sitting in the studio like this, kicking it with Roddy. Everybody was asleep, so it's only me, Dugg, and I think one other his mans was up, and Roddy was him and one other person, you feel me? Like, kicking it with him, you know what I'm saying? Just talking about, I forgot what the fuck we was talking about, but being able to do that, being able to touch hands with certain people. I think a big thing, too, on the positive side, is me being able to bring other people up, you feel me? Like, I got cameraman that I be helping out, you know what I'm saying? Put them in certain spots. And they be like, you don't even got to take pictures for me, bro. Just do your thing. Get that picture to them artists, you know. Damn Johnny, my dog. Damn Johnny. Like, I kind of helped him out a little bit. I hate taking credit for anything as far as anybody, but because he did his fucking thing. Johnny a beast when it come to connecting and networking and shit like that. Like, he took that one opportunity when I told him to pull up with Dugg and took off, went crazy. So I feel like one of the positives is for sure being able to put people in position. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Another thing, too, is like a lot of people don't know. A lot of people just see you and hate, you know what I'm saying? See you in certain positions and they just naturally a hater, you know? But they don't know, like, the backstory and what come behind this shit. Like, I talked about some of the shit that happened to me already, but like I had brain surgery in 2017. I had brain surgery 2016, 2017. Between us, I forget what the fuck it was. For a certain thing, it was supposed to help it. You know what I'm saying? I had relief for a minute, and now I'm dealing with a whole nother thing. I got a prolactinoma tumor on my pituitary gland, on my optic nerve, and it throws off my memory sometimes. Like I be forgetting like what the fuck be going on, what I was supposed to do. I go outside and forget what I was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like that music helped feelings, and you know what I'm saying, it helped depression and things like that. Like I never had depression or nothing like that, but when my mom passed, of course I had a level of depression. You know, me being busy, it helped with all that shit, bro. I forget what's going on when I'm on that stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I know it's other people that's probably going through a lot of other things. They probably late on their rent, or you know what I'm saying, miss their people, or whatever might be going on. Me being able to play this music is like a therapy for them. You know what I'm saying? In a certain way. Like when they hear in this concert, in this venue with me, whatever it is, while I'm playing these songs, I'm taking them through a journey, and they forgetting about everything else that's going on for whatever period of time. It's kind of like how people take drugs and stuff like that, so they can forget about like what's going on and things like that. They can just zone out for a minute.
Yeah.
I feel like a therapist in a way, and that's like a positive for me. I'm glad that I could be able to do that for people, you know?
Yeah. You have the awareness to read a room and read what's going on, and
Right.
to know what moves to make and how to make people feel. So it's like it's a talent, man. At the end of the day, it's not something anybody could just do. Comedians do it too.
I think that's a big
thing.
misperception too.
What?
Everybody think they can just pick up a fucking laptop, play music, and be a DJ.
Yeah.
Like that's a big disconnection with the promoters too.
No,
you feel like
I've hired a $150 DJ before and ruined a party. My friend's like, "You're never hiring the DJ again." And then I hired a $600 DJ the next time, and it was legendary, bro.
you understand. You understand that a lot of people don't. You know, they be like, "Oh, fuck it, you're not gonna do shit but play music." But when you got a good DJ, bro, you feel me, and you got a bad DJ, you know the fucking difference. You either gonna have a great experience, or everybody gonna remember that party for being weak as hell. You know what I'm saying? When you had people in the room, you just didn't have the right person to culturate the crowd. You know what I'm saying, or the music, or whatever the fuck it's called. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand that shit, bro.
Yeah, it's
They feel like it's
it's
a bidding war, bro.
You can literally make or break a party with having a bad DJ. Like,
It's a
straight up,
bidding
the
war
whole
now.
thing can
That's the
end.
fucked up part.
What is it?
It's a bidding war.
Yeah.
Everybody getting undercutted. As far as like the good DJs, everybody getting undercutted. And I understand everybody got to start from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But
Every time I've ever like not paid what something was worth, I always regret it. I'm always like, man, I should have
wish I would've paid more.
paid to sit there.
That's
or
how
to
I am,
get
bro.
This. Like I should have.
that's how I am. I think that's a downfall as far as me. I think it's a good thing and a bad thing. But I do that with everything. And I buy off impulse. I see something and go buy it. Or I be like, y'all say these the best headphones, I'm going to buy them. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that.
Yeah.
I feel like when you pay more, you get what you pay for.
You get
feel
what
me?
you pay for, man. Sometimes you can get lucky and hit a lake like this dude.
Yeah,
Nobody
for
knows
sure.
this dude's
Yeah,
a legendary
for sure.
artist. Like it's crazy.
But a lot of times it don't go like that.
Yeah, 99% of the
just
time
don't.
you're not gonna hit that. Like you're gonna
For sure.
ruin a whole party because you didn't want to spend an extra $200 on the DJ. It's
For
like
sure.
not worth it. I remember I booked like a $150 DJ for my friend's party. I was like, bro, I'm just gonna, whatever. And man, it was such a bad party because of the DJ that I remember the next 2 weeks I was just sitting there like, why did I do that?
right. Yeah.
Why didn't I just?
I'm
pay?
glad you understand that though too, cause
Yeah.
like a lot of the argument lately been with the promoters as far as the business side of it, which I understand. You can't you got expenses you got to take care of, bro. But I feel like that got to be a big expense. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of downplay needing us and shit like that. You feel me? Like, well, we make the party, we bring the people in there. You know what I'm saying? When on the DJ side, bro, we make sure people buying drinks. Like, you play the right shit, motherfuckers be like, yeah, this my shit. Let me go buy a drink. Or, you know what I'm saying? Let me take another shot. You know what I'm saying? Let me party. Let me turn up. Let me record some videos so people can know next time, hey, this is where we at. You feel me?
Yeah.
They be downplaying our job and how much we actually put into the party, you know?
Yeah.
Or the event, whatever the fuck going on.
Yeah, everybody's undervalued right now. That's for sure. Everybody from the videographers to the DJs to even artists are undervalued right now. It's kind of wild.
So at the point we at now, what the fuck is we gonna do? We go keep undercutting each other. We go, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, think about it. Nah, they go hate me for saying this, but what if DJs actually all came together in the city and went on strike? Because the biggest thing been pay as far as clubs and shit like that. Like motherfuckers don't be getting paid shit for real. You know what I'm saying? Like certain people got certain connections with promoters and they take care of them. You know what I'm saying? But what if the DJs went on strike for 2 weeks, bro? Like every DJ in the city. Like if you DJ and we coming and taking your motherfucking laptop, bro, we all on the same accord. They will have to go up on that price and respect us a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
You have to look at if the venues and if the hosts are making enough money to actually pay the DJs what they're worth.
A lot of times they are though.
You think?
Most of the times they are, bro. I see it. They are more than enough money. Even throwing an extra $100, like, bro, I'm not worth a bottle. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worth a booth. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
So you think like a 25% increase in pay for their DJs would be what percentage increase do you think a DJ should get? Just roughly.
I
Let's
don't
just
know.
say you're getting paid $1,000 a show. How much more should you be getting on top of that? Let's just say you were getting $1,000 a show.
I don't know, bro. I can't say that because
It's
it's certain prices. Yeah, it's
variables.
different. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot of different variables. And I don't think everybody should get paid the same. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I feel like once you get past a certain level, bro, you shouldn't be DJing every single night to feed your family to barely make it. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, take the fun out of it. What the fuck am I doing this for? You know? Like, I done been in situations where they didn't pay me a little bit, so I done performed a little bit. But that kind of hurt me, you feel me? And when they paid me a lot, so I showed my ass, you feel me? Or made me want to do it more, you know what I'm saying? You ever been somewhere or doing a job for somebody and you getting paid more, so of course you gonna go all out, you know? You want that to be all the way around the board.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, it hurts your brand.
For sure. I was looking at Biggie Smalls like last week for some reason. I don't know why. I just kept watching Biggie videos.
So
There's a
with his
video.
DJ,
You see that one with this DJ where he like throws a water bottle at
that
his
shit
DJ?
is crazy as hell.
I
What
couldn't
the fuck
tell.
you doing?
I
You
was
fucking
looking for
up.
like a balance of like, is Big kind of joking or is he like really
Yo, he
actually
was
upset?
dead ass.
You think it was that
I think
serious?
he was dead ass.
Yeah.
You saw that clip? Oh, you
Yeah,
saw it?
I
Yeah.
saw, but I also heard a little bit of chuckling as he was saying it. So I was like, is he like, did they have like a connection a little bit, or is this totally just like you suck?
It's a compilation on YouTube where DJs get into it with their artists. It's a lot of them. Like,
What's
I
happening in
can't
those
say.
videos?
Fucking problems outside of the DJ, for one. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, bro. Technology shit happen, bro, and they don't understand. So it's just like they fuck up.
Yeah, well, with the Biggie situation, they actually said that there was a technical error with the DJ. There was something about the condensation or something about the air
That bro,
quality messed up the DJ's booth.
When it's hot as hell outside and we out on them stages sometime, but then them extra lights and shit like that, then they add fire and shit like that, our fucking laptop overheat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just be certain things that be out of our control that we can't pre-plan or, you know what I'm saying, know what the fuck going on.
That's a real thing, man.
And then a lot of times when you get to these venues, you have to, like, you can't carry around your big controller everywhere. You got to use what they have, especially when you DJing for artists because you in and out. You know what I'm saying? 30-minute set, 15-minute set, wherever it is, you in and out. So you got to try to work with whatever they have, you know what I'm saying? And you don't have that much time to pull up before, and a lot of artists don't even do sound check, you feel me? You don't got time to make sure that the shit actually work. You just got to go with the punches and, you know what I'm saying, try to figure out whatever it is. And a lot of times the shit don't be our fault. It be an engineer fault or, you know what I'm saying, some shit like that. Sometimes it do, but a lot of times it don't be our fault, bro.
Yeah, that's why
They don't understand
I
it.
felt bad for. I think it was DJ Clue, but I don't know who it was that was DJing for Biggie at that. But they were saying literally because of the particles in the air, it took out the control of his booth somehow. I was like, that sucks, man.
Especially
So you
with the
just get
older
embarrassed
equipment, it's
on
like
TV?
that, bro. Yeah.
For
That's
no
fucked
reason.
up.
Have
I'm
you ever-
glad I ain't never got down like that, bro. I ain't
You
gonna lie.
never
I'd
had a-
quit. If I quit.
You
I'll
never had a
walk
bad
out right
DJ
there.
moment where it's like, oh shit, this is not happening right now. Like, can't
Bro, right before I roll out, my fucking laptop wouldn't turn on.
Really?
Like, when you hook up to a new controller, you got to download this driver for it or whatever. I download the driver and you got to restart your computer for the shit to work. I restarted the bitch would not come back on. I don't know. God saved me or something because like right before you said it's time to go, the shit turned on and you know what I'm saying, it worked out. But yeah, like shit happened. I'd have been in other situations too. I just can't think right now. But yeah, like it was really early on in my career too. Like now I keep a backup. I take 2-3 laptops sometimes. You feel me? Like
Man.
I got about 6 MacBooks just in case anything happened because I know that's a fucked up feeling. Your shit not working, bro.
Yeah.
And all these people waiting on you to be like, damn, DJ, what the fuck going on?
That's happening.
That's a fucked up feeling.
When I used to shoot videos, I was shooting a video for a big real estate company one time. I had my big ass camera, that camera right there, and it's a professional ass camera. So I'm filming, and then I look at my battery; it has like 1% remaining. So I'm shooting this big ass real estate video. I have 1% remaining on my camera. My camera dies, and I still had about 20 more minutes of work to do. I was like, "Oh, it's over. My career is over. My job's over." So
Right.
I got smart for 2 seconds. The Android phone that I had really good quality on the
use
camera.
your
So I
camera
went
and mix it
widescreen.
in.
Like, I kept telling the real estate people, I was like, can y'all, I was like, I can't have anybody in this room while I'm filming. So they wouldn't see
Right,
that.
yeah.
I'm using my phone to film
Right,
the rest of the
yeah.
shit. But I remember at that point, I was like, from now on, before I get to any production, everything has to be counted for.
That
Battery life,
proper
camera.
preparation shit, that shit matter, bro.
Yeah.
Even that show I just did with Cash Kid, man. I went down there and the first show RJ was there. The second show, it was just the DJ that was, you know what I'm saying, there. They didn't tell him that he didn't have a DJ with him, you feel me? I didn't bring my equipment or shit like that. I didn't bring my laptop down there, you know what I'm saying? So they didn't have none of his music and it was time for him to go on. When I tell you, we download his songs as we on there, and then it's like now with all this streaming shit, like it's hard to download music outside of a record pool. A lot of people don't even get that shit uploaded to record pool. They don't know about it, you know what I'm saying? But that's a big thing for DJs. That's where most of us get this music from, record pools. A lot of like radio DJs and shit like that, they get it from record pools. We can't just download music from YouTube now, you know what I'm saying? Like they starting to block every site, bro. Ooh. And it fucks us up bad. So it'd be like, damn, you can't just pull the song off on YouTube? No, bro, we can't. That shit is not compatible with our stuff now. Like we'd download the song, you know, like YouTube's MP3 or something like that. We'd download the song, throw it in Serato, our whatever you call it, our software that we use, and it'll corrupt the song. Like,
wow,
it's
so it's
getting
like
crazy
copyrighting
as far
the
as
song, so you can't use it for whatever you're trying to use.
It just corrupts it. Like when you try to play it, it's like,
oh my
that's
God.
literally what it do. Like,
yeah, Pornhub's
Detroit
doing
DJs,
it too, man. Oh,
that's fucked up.
You can't screen record
doing it
Pornhub
too
anymore. Like when you try to record Pornhub on your screen, it blanks it all out. What were you gonna say?
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
I don't know.
What were you? I'm sorry, I cut you off. What were you getting into?
Detroit artists, y'all gotta send us y'all music, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta tap in with some DJs and send us y'all music. Cause it's getting to the point we can't download the shit at all. Yeah. Like we doing, I gotta screen record a video, you know what I'm saying, to get that shit. Yeah. You ever heard a DJ playing a Detroit song too, and it'd be like the cameraman tag at the beginning and everything too? Yeah, we don't have a real, you feel me? Tracks either, so.
I mean, at the
like, how the fuck you don't got our song? You don't send it to
films.
us. Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh shit, CT, man, you're getting your shout out at the strip club. That's crazy.
That's what's up, but it's like shit. It make us look crazy when it comes down to blending and stuff like that. Intro versions.
Where do you still communicate with Dugg like in while he's away? Do you guys are you guys planning for?
It's hard to sometimes, but I communicate with him a couple of times while he was in there.
Are you guys gonna continue to work together when he gets back?
Of course, yeah, for sure. Yeah. He was happy I was still moving. Like the last time I talked to him, I was on tour with Tink. I was working with Layla Samia. That's one of CMG other artists. Dugg's manager at the time I had tapped me in with, you know what I'm saying, to set that up. And he was like, he was himself, you know what I'm saying? He like, you soft, not Flexx. You want an R&B tour, man. They done softened you up while I was gone, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. He's still himself, you know what I'm saying? He support that I'm still, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing. But when he get back, we for sure hitting the ground running. It's over.
Yeah, that's good, man.
I can't wait, man.
Because, you know, obviously the collaboration was working to the heightened degree of you guys getting booked to do things together. And
for sure,
the highest magnitude of performing. What's the most people you've ever performed in front of?
But you know how you look, like you at the beach or something like that, and you look out and it's as much water as you can see out there, you know what I'm saying? That's literally how many people was out there one time. Like, I can't explain this. Like, especially them outside shows. Probably just like the biggest ones like Rolling Loud and Made in America.
What was the
Made in America was
Loud?
my favorite show.
Which one?
Made in America. That festival Jay-Z do. Yeah, that was my favorite show ever.
Walk us through it, man.
Yeah, I vlogged the whole thing. I got a vlog on YouTube for it. I was feeling real shitty. I had a cold. I got into it with my mom and all type of stuff back home, so I wasn't really in a mindset. I just hopped on the plane, went there, and I was vlogging the whole thing. I got on stage, and it was like, plugged everything up or whatever. It was live streaming, so you know what I'm saying, they see everything. And Made in America show a lot of love to the DJs. They put us on the camera a lot, you feel me? So I had to, the manager pulled me to the side like, hey, bro, I don't know what the fuck you going through, but you know what I'm saying, the showtime's time to get it together. Like, I don't know. Someone was like, I said, check, and you know what I'm saying, I heard my voice, like something instantly clicked. And it just changed everything. Then, Yo Gotti was standing right next to me, you know what I'm saying? We brought ESTG out. We brought Moneybagg Yo out. Like, it was just a good-ass show, bro. Like, something just instantly clicked in me, and I just had a good-ass time, bro.
Legendary.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite show we ever did. That wasn't even the biggest show we ever did, but that was my favorite show we ever did, bro. People was fucking with us so crazy. Even before we came out, like, some people was yelling my name, like, Flexx, turn us up, man, and shit like that. It's like, damn. Y'all fuck with me and y'all associate me with Dugg. Like that's hard. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. No, your name is holding strong.
I don't know what it is, bro. It's like soon as you say something on that mic and hear yourself on that mic, it just turn you up a different way, bro. You just be like, yeah, it's go time. It'd be like a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like how boxers go on and fight.
Yeah.
Arenas and big concerts. That's how it be with me. I love those. And that's the favorite thing to DJ, bro.
So people can see your vlogs on YouTube.
And I ain't been doing them lately, but I got a few on there. Yeah, I'm about to get back to it.
You should, man.
I got to get back to content, period. I stopped caring about social media a lot, but I know that I used to do a lot of DJ videos and stuff like that, mixing people's songs and, you know what I'm saying, throwback songs and stuff like that. I'm definitely about to get back to it. I've been slacking on that, bro. And a lot of people been on my ass about it. I used to do motivational videos, all that shit, bro.
Get back into it, man. Get your face back on here. So
for sure.
When everything comes back together for your, however you want to run your next year, 2024,
right.
Everything's set in place for you. The more people see your face, RJ always tripping is one of the reasons. I mean, he's
Everybody,
obviously a
yeah.
legendary producer, DJ, beat maker. Everything he does is legendary. But one thing he did was he stayed in everybody's face. He
Exactly.
created RJ is always
Exactly.
tripping, and that's like something that will never go away. So
Another thing I'm about to do too that I wanted to tell you, I'm about to drop a project.
yeah, what's the project?
I'm about to drop. You know, the lane is wide open as far as like DJs doing tapes. It's gonna be an album though. You know what I'm saying? Kind of how like DJ Khaled do certain shit. And it's these Detroit artists on just these different beats, you know what I'm saying? Like some beats is kind of like Detroit-ish, you know what I'm saying? But it's like an industry side of Detroit, you know what I'm saying? I got so far Jay Swan, I got Cash Kid, I got Chucky, CEO Chucky, Vez Artist, Rich Town Butter. I got a few other artists on there, but it's a different tape. Snap Dogg, I did a song with Snap Dogg I released too on some DJ Khaled stuff. That's my favorite song so far.
Sure.
I gotta start comparing myself to DJ Khaled, DJ Flexx stuff. You feel me? Bro, it's because I fell in love with making music, you feel me? That's why I used to do the artist stuff. And I still love making music. And I feel like I know how to structure a song, you know? And then the trials and things like that I didn't went through the last 2 years, I feel like that prepared me for, you know what I'm saying, what's going on now. And even give me more shit to talk about on the track, you feel me? Like I'm good at that, you feel me? So
For sure.
yeah, putting my energy into these songs, that's my next thing. Now I'm about to start dropping music.
I mean,
I'm
I
about to hear
definitely
it like crazy.
Yeah. Let me know when it's gonna drop, man. We'll probably get you on before that too.
Sure, that'd be
Re-promote
hard.
it too,
That'd
and
be hard.
get you as an honorary guest of the show, man. This is a great conversation.
That. For sure. I appreciate you too, man.
I appreciate you too, man.
We don't
always
get a lot of light on the DJ side at all.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, I had Midnight on here, man.
That's my guy.
You know, Scoob's DJ, and he was saying a lot of the similar things. So I understand that there's a lot of things happening where DJs are being overlooked, and they're a reason
we
why
don't get a
people are
voice,
there
bro.
in the first place, like
Exactly.
the music that's being played. So not only that, but the experiences you guys go through. You're working with people that are at the highest caliber, and you belong there. So it's like, why wouldn't the people who are creating the sounds and helping get the sounds out there being praised as
See,
well?
everybody don't understand that. And
Yeah.
they don't understand that it's not just push and play. You know what I'm saying? Even dealing with, like, you got to talk to and deal with a lot of people. In the DJ world, we have to talk to a lot of people just to get to, you know what I'm saying, where we got to go. Drunk people coming up to us, you know what I'm saying, while we DJing and performing. I didn't get my laptop, a whole bottle of Patron spilled on my laptop before. Just the wrong people being up to. Like, we deal with a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we make this shit look good. So I appreciate you giving us the platform for
Oh,
real.
for sure,
bro.
man. I appreciate you, bro.
100.
We'll get you back in here again soon, man. Look forward for the tape dropping. We're
Yes,
at Parallel
sir.
Sound Studio. High Low Visuals is shooting these productions. We're out.